artist! I am so glad that you could join me again today because we have the most urgent mission. You see, Belle was away at a princess convention where the coronavirus struck, and it seems that, well, she's stuck in Miami, and all she has left to do is just put on her bathing suit, get a tan, be in isolation out on a beach, kick it, martinis, coconut rum, rides, Mickey Mouse, all the good stuff. But the beast is sad and lonely. Now he's used to quarantine, but he's not used to being away from his princess. And so he doesn't even have his magic mirror. Gaston has taken it as well. And so we, as the artist, myself, am the court artist of Provincial Town. We together need to send as many drawings of Belle to the beast as we can. And so, without further ado, let's go over our supplies. And so, we have crayons and paper. What we have is a yellow, a peach, a pink, magenta, tan, brown, and black. Okay. Now, if you've never drawn before, that is absolutely okay. I did not always used to be the court artist, and I will get into how I became the court artist along the way. You have plenty of time to still become an artist, even though this is a challenging piece. I believe you can accomplish it. Now, I am grabbing my peach. I will sketch with my crayons, because after all, I am the crayon man, okay? But it is acceptable if you choose to use a pencil instead. And so, here we go. First off, I will be looking for where to place a circle. The circle will be her forehead. So, I'm going to make sure first off that it doesn't run off of the page. So, not too big, almost in the center, right above, and I practice a few times, and then I commit. There's a nice circle. Notice how I drew it several times in the air before I pressed my crayon down and made a mark. Let us now divide her face in half as if we were taking a paintbrush and drawing a line right down the middle. This will be slightly off center because we want her looking away from us. Perfect. So, next, let us put in the cheeks and chin. For the chin's length, I make it just about the height of the circle, but about a quarter shorter. I suggest that you make a little smiley face where the chin is, just to make that placeholder. Now, from the edge of your circle at both points, bring lines down. At a nice curve, we can always make the cheeks rounder afterwards. Start with a nice thin head and build the structure from there. Perfect. Let us now determine where her eyes will be. So, I'm going to divide once more right here where the circle meets the cheeks with one more line. Slightly curved just to indicate her curving head. Okay, perfect. Next, we need to put in her eyes. For the eyes, I place them right about a scotch away from the center line. And I think of like an almond shape, sort of a sad face, slightly tilted. Now, practice makes perfect, so if you need several attempts, that is absolutely okay. I was not always a great artist. I actually started this not as an artist at all. And now look at me. For the bottom, think of like a football, and we want to close the almond shape in. There we go. Let's do the other eye. A little bit away from the line, and most importantly, It's similar size to the eye across the way. Quite nice job you've done. Okay, let us put in the nose. So, right beneath the circle, just a scotch, I will put in a small smiley face between the eyes. That smiley face is not a smile. It is a nose. And so, let us now put in her real smile. Make sure that the edges of your smile go no further out than the middle of the eyes. I'll go just above the halfway point from the nose to the chin. And a nice sized smile shall do. Let us do the bottom of it. Slightly open. We will put in her lips later. Now, this is where little adjustments can be made, because trolling is often a process, and it's not perfect the whole way through. So, I will adjust her chin because now I'm seeing, okay, it should be a little bit smaller. Perfect. Make adjustments if you need to. That is part of the journey. Now, let's put in her neck. The neck will calm down and go past the chin quite significantly. Starting at a circle, I'll draw right at this intersection for an earring, a beautiful earring that the Beast gave her on their anniversary. Then we'll come down. Boom. Notice I curved in slightly right there. We want her to have a thin, elegant princess neck. At the bottom of the chin, I'll come down and curve out just a little. Now, let us put in her shoulders. For this, we need to start here and come significantly out and curve back down. Now, let's pretend we're going past her neck and to the other shoulder. So I'll follow through and then curve back down. Look at her. She's kind of has that sassy look she has every other night that the Beast and her are fighting in the castle. No wonder she's kicking it in the sand in Miami. Okay, now let us take and put in the top of her dress. What I will do is imagine a curve coming down. Place the top of a circle depending on the space you have and curve up like so. Now I will curve in and make another curve and another curve and then curve in and tuck as I go. Let us do that on the other side. But notice, long, short. That's the magic of perspective. There we go. And remember, practice makes perfect. The more you draw, the better you will be at it. Let us now put in just a little collar, which I follow the shoulder down, mid of the neck, and just do a little line like that. That's all it needs. Great! We've gotten some of the hardest things out of the way. Let us sketch in her hair now. So, I imagine sort of like a heart shape up at the top of the head, slightly in, up and over, past the eye, down, and curve into the earring. On the other side, out the head, and curve back in. Let's part her hair. For this, I imagine going outside of the head, because this is her skull. The hair sits on top of the head. This is where most artists get tricked up. We try to put the hair too flat. Let us round out the edges, puff it out, and then we'll puff this out to there. And now, as we hit here, let us do one bump, two bump, and then curve in. And we have Belle's hair. Let us put the bob at the top of the head. I'll do a circle set in to the top. And now, I will give it a little bit of detail. One bump, two bump, and three bump. Okay, now for the top of the bang. We'll come out and over, following the angle of the bottom, and then tuck all the way back in. Boom. Now, let us do the hair coming out from the side of the chin. this will exit out from the eye and go off the page. Notice I gave it a little bit of flair there, so it looks like it's really puffy in there. Let's do one more line just inside to imply that there is the inside of the hair and the outside of the hair. At this point, we want to be sure, absolutely sure, about any of our outlines, as we will now go in with our finishing. Let's grab the tan. With my tan crayon, I am going to outline anything that would be skin. Let's start with the forehead. There goes the peach. No needed, no longer. Well, in a moment, so I'll pick it back up. Here we go. Now, at the cheek, come out just a little, but before you get to the nose, tuck back in. Perfect! Let us do the neck, coming down, and remember, this is your final outline. And so we want to make sure to make our lines nice and clean, and I am pressing my crayon down quite firmly. Let's do the bottom of the nose. Perfect. And now the eyes. Keep in mind that at each point, it is a perfect time to adjust proportions here and there. Let us now do the dress, and then we will relieve ourselves of this tan crayon. Boom, up and over, easy does it. And lastly, I will outline her earring. Perfect. Next, we will pick up our tan crayon and begin to color in her skin. I am so proud of all of you for following along. This is a very challenging art piece, but the Beast will be so happy to have this picture of Belle. Now, using our peach-colored crayon, we will color in the skin. This is where your underdrawing will quite disappear. And so use the edge and go with an amount of firmness to get a quite nice bit of saturation, so your color is quite bright. Now, I was telling you that I wasn't always an artist. I actually went to high school with the Beast, Gaston, and Belle. Believe it or not, Belle, she didn't even know how to read in high school. She didn't even learn how to read until college. And so that is why you see her so excited. We all together were best friends, couldn't tear us apart at old provincial town high school. As you see me coloring, I'm going over all of my lines, nice and firm. We want this to be a drawing that we hang up and then even send to the Beast. There we go. And so, you see, I wanted to be a geologist all the way since high school. And so as we all hung out and went to college, that is where we separated ways. Let us put down our crayon. What we will do now is pick up our black. We will detail our eyes. I'm going to put her eyelashes on. Up over the top, nice firm outline. I like to go over it twice, as I've drawn her so many times for the Beast that I quite like to perfect it. Now, quite nice. And let's put 4 eyelashes on. One at the edge curling up, one next to it, and one under it. Same with the other. Let us now draw the bottom edge of the eye. Now this go quite softer than the top. Boom. Make the sound effects if it helps. Boom. Let's concentrate her gaze towards us. I will place a dot and then another dot. This looks freaky, like a praying mantis, But we will now draw circles around them. Color them in. Leave a little bit out for a little sparkle in the eye, if you will. Do the other. And now, let us put in the eyebrows. For this, I follow a curve coming up from the corner of the eye, skip a beat, come up just a little bit, and then curve up and over, following the arc of the top of the eyeball. This is approximately in the center, from the top of the forehead down to the eye. On the other side, come in, but remember, her head is turned, so we're only seeing a portion of her eyebrow. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let us now put down our black crayon for the time being. Let's get some color onto here. I'm grabbing my yellow. I'll color in her dress and her earring. So, when I was in college, I was studying to be a geologist. And that is where you study the earth, the rocks, and time as it moves on our planet. Quite smart things to study. But you see, after college, we all had separated our ways. Gaston, Beast, and Belle. She went on to get really smart. Gaston went on to party hard, and the Beast went into quarantine because he was rude. Well, it seems one day I had an assignment where I had to survey his land for placing in a new Walmart. And so, this is the fateful moment where I became an artist. Let us now get into our hair. I'm grabbing my brown crayon, and at first I will outline my hair. At this point, this is your final line, and so do make sure to adjust any mistakes that you'd made in your underdrawing. Go firmly, as we'd like this to show into the end. Right here, I'll do one bang up and over. Here's the tricky bit. Come down, right up before the earring, curl back up. Come down, curl up, and back in. Now, we go to the top, the bun. 3 pieces. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Let us do her irises with the same brown. Right around, do the circle outline first, and then color. Remember, most important is that the eyes are even. So I mostly compare one eye off of the other eye. Let us now color in the hair. I will do this firmly and with the side of my crayon. And so as I was surveying the Beast land, the spell was cast, where he was therefore confined and quarantined to his castle. Well, at this point, all the people inside were turned into objects. The clock, the candle, the chandelier, the cups, the teapots, me myself, I was turned into a crayon. Well, at this point, I was out in the yard for several months until one day the Beast was out for a walk, as dogs do, doing dog things on a dog walk. When he sniffed me out, he found this little crayon. I was a little pink crayon, and I was alive as anyone else. And so he took me up to his room where his rose petals are falling one by one, and he began to become an artist. He followed lessons on YouTube while he was in quarantine as a beast. So this goes to show you that anybody can become an artist at any point. And so as the Beast was drawing after drawing, I was learning how to draw as well. And so by the time that Belle had arrived and broken the spell and made the beast a human beast, I became the human court artist. And so now we take our brown, just finishing up. You see, I've really filled it in. Nice and firm and harsh. Okay, let us take that brown and set it down. We will now grab our magenta. Whoops! With this, we will put in our lips. Be delicate. Lips are small. On the top lip, I think of a V right in the middle of the nose, and then it slopes back down to the edges. One, I did the bottom, now the bottom lip. Now, she looks quite nice as is, but lastly, I want to open up her mouth, and so I will do the bottom lip, just placing a mark right about there, and then curving back in to meet the edges. Perfect! Inside the lips, take your pink and just give it a nice little color. I am so happy that you followed me to the end of this drawing. The beast will be so happy to have these. Please send it to his castle immediately when you are through, or just hang it on the wall in your bedroom. The last thing that we need to do to finish out our drawing is to take our black crayon and re-outline our hair. So, let us go. Nice and firm. Up top. Now, it's been such a pleasure drawing with you, and I so cannot wait to show the beast all of our wonderful drawings of the princess, and so hopefully it helps him with his blues while in quarantine. If you would like, if this was just not enough art for you, then please, I beg you, subscribe to my videos, and you will get more lessons just like this. I'm outlining the top, and furthermore, there is a video link that you can click on and keep the good times rolling right now. I will go ahead and put in the finishing touches and say to you, it has been absolutely marvelous drawing with you today. Our drawings will make the beast so happy, and so until we meet again, please, doodle on.